What's up, guys? So I'm back with another video. I want to start off by saying that in the past I used to want to do videos. I've always known I wanted to do videos of something. I guess entertaining, whether that be making people laugh or working on cars and this and that. But I never started, and I never, how do you say, I never could quite figure out what was me. I like, for example, Chris Fix. He's really good at making tutorials, helping people learn about their car and things of that nature. I've used some of his videos personally, and out of all the work I did, I've always thought to myself, like, I could have been doing that. I could have been doing that, like making tutorial videos for people. But the thing about it is, and I don't even want to make excuses and say like, oh, I didn't have time. No, I probably did have time. Maybe not as much time as he did, but here's the thing. I did try making like tutorial videos about something, but it just wasn't in me. Like, I tried it and it just wasn't in me. It felt forced. It felt not me. And again, I didn't want to copy him. So really, it just felt like, why was I even doing it? So throughout time, I tried other things, and, at different points I would, stop. I wasn't consistent. I'd give up. So here now, I just want to say or clarify that the videos that I'm doing right now, those of you that are watching, it won't be like this forever. They won't be, I don't know how people view it, but it won't be like this forever. It will change. I will change. But for now, this is the only way that I can be consistent enough, hopefully consistent. And this is really, truly all I want to do and talk about, is just like how I'm doing right now to y'all. Is there other stuff I want to show y'all and include you in? Yes. But just like in it's not even just the mindset that I'm in, but just this period in my life right now, it's just not meant for me to take it fast. If I was younger, if I started off younger, then yeah, everything would be fast. Everything would be fast and I'd give it all to you. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's not like that for me right now. I guess at my age, though I still feel young at heart, I do want to include y'all in other things and positive things and fun things I want to do with the car and just other things in general. But just where I'm at right now, I'm kind of just going through it. I'm waiting on parts. I'm waiting for things. Here lately, I feel like I've been living my life like Tetris almost. You know how in Tetris there's like the pieces come down, and you could immediately choose to fit it right here in the middle and knock some out. But you know that within that split second, you realize it'd be better if you wait and you move this over here and wait for the opportunity to get a majority of them clumbled up together to get rid of a huge piece. That's kind of how I feel I've been doing my life right now. So we get one thing done, and then, like, to do this other thing, we got to take like 3 steps backwards, and we have to wait, and then we'll get it out the way, and I know it'll be satisfying. But it sucks because it's real life. It takes longer than playing a game of Tetris. So that's just kind of how I feel like my life is right now. So I still want to do these videos for y'all, but I just wanted to, I guess, clarify that. I don't know. But anywho, I don't really know the purpose of this video, but besides what I overheard at work today. So no, you know what? I won't even go into that. Dang, I don't even want to go into that. See, like I gotta get better at this. I will get better at this, but like it's like I get into these videos. I don't know what to talk about, but I know I want to talk. I know there's something. Um, Jeez Louise, first time. Um, well, I mean, I guess if I got you this far, I'll tell you an update of the car. So the car, I'm waiting on a race bearing installed driver kit. I already took out the the old bearing, and I fitted the new bearing on here. And with the shims, hopefully I got them right. So I got that on there, and tomorrow my punch comes in to drive the race bearings out of that. They don't look too worn out, but I mean, I don't really plan on using those race bearings, so I might as well replace them now. Otherwise, they're just going to be sitting there. But there is a slight marking on them. You know, it's not real bad. I probably could leave them with these new roller bearings, but I'm just going to go ahead and change them out. Okay, so I'm changing them out, putting this on back together, and then Tuesday next week, my the race bearing installer or driver kit will come, and I will be installing the races, putting this back, and wherever this lands, like wherever this new combination of shims, wherever it lands me on the pattern of my on my ring gear, I'll just take it. Because like I said, before I did this, it looked okay-ish, but it was slightly off to my liking. It was more off to the right, like to the toe side of the ring gear. So I'd sleep better at night knowing that I changed the bearings, and not just the carrier bearings alone, but the actual pinion bearing, and put some new shims in there, or additional shims in there. So it probably won't be this week unless the parts get here early. But even then, I'll have to put everything together, and I still want to maybe re-weld, like grind and re-weld some of the welds I did on my mufflers because they're horrible. So we'll see. But anyways, I want to take my time on it. I don't want to rush it. And but once I have it back up and running, I will take it to work. I will take it to work, and it'll be fun. Uh, Maybe I can do one of these talks on my way to work. I don't know. But yeah, other than that, that's where I'm at with the car, just waiting on parts and such. The motorcycle's done. Besides me just wanting to add like a sound system. I want to add a sound system to it, like a radio or something. I don't know if it'll fit my handlebars since I got one of those. I think they're called the eight bars. I'm not sure. They're just like bent in towards me. Uh, I did I did before order some, I guess some. They're not that tall. They're like maybe a 10-inch height. I did order some bars that went up 10 inches and just straight out like this, but I had to return them because the added height was too tall for the cabling I had. It was too short, so I would have had to order an extension kit or something, and I didn't want to do that. So I put back the original. Which, by the way, the reason I reordered 8 bars is because I let someone ride my bike, and he dropped it in the grass. And even though it dropped in the grass, it bent the handlebar, and that's why I had to order new ones. Anywho, that's it with the bike. But as far as and I haven't showed you guys this, so I'm going to take you over there. As far as in the Honda, because I do have a 94 Honda that I'm also working on, I am, I pressure washed it. Most of it came off. All this was caked up black. You couldn't see none of the aluminum. So I did that to the engine block. I did that to the transmission. And I cleaned the camshaft and such. But I'm going to start putting this together soon. so I can have that car up and running too. And before you start asking or thinking, are you doing a turbo kit on it? No, that's not in the budget, nor is the time, but it'd be nice. I always wanted to do something like that. But yeah, so that's where I'm at with everything, like what I've been working on. So, and then obviously the weight equipment, I haven't touched that either. I need to. It's just, man, time flies by. You know, like I'll say this. My cousin, he told me one day when we were talking. He said, it's good that you have a family. Count your blessings. And I was like, no, yeah, I know. And I told him the same thing though, because it goes both ways. It's like when you're single, you have all the time at your disposal to put it into whatever you want to put it into, whether that be, you know, working out, playing games, your business, college, and I'm not saying you can't do that with a relationship or having kids. You can, but the only difference is like there's less time for everything, you know, and I, so what I told him is when you're single, you have a lot of time to focus on anything you want to put your mind into, and you don't have to give your time away to anything or anyone else that if you don't need to. But when you have responsibilities, say a girlfriend or especially with kids, if you want to feed and nurture relationships and different things in your life, then you have to give it time for everything. And I've given my work a lot of time. Majority of us obviously do that because we have to provide, we have to work, but you also have to feed and water everything else in your life. You have to make an effort to do that, but not do it in a sense where, because this is where I was real bad at doing. Don't get discouraged or feel bad whenever you can't fix that one thing you wanted to fix, whether it be your car or something with the house. Don't be mad and then use that anger to further push yourself to stay up late, um, just to finish it. And then sometimes we don't even finish it. We make it worse, or we make a mistake, and then we're left off even more angry. And then we have to take that to work, and then we're miserable. What I've learned is, because of all of these added things into my life, responsibilities, I've become to be more aware of myself and how I do things, and more forgiving, and more how do you say, more accepting of these things. Um, so whenever things don't go right or don't go my way, or like for example my axle breaks on my car, I used to worry so much about things and getting them, like like get things in a way where certain things won't happen to them. But I realized that no matter what, life's gonna throw you curveballs at time, and you just have to take them on as they come. So, anyways, what I'm trying to say in this little bit is, you gotta manage your time, or you gotta give time to each and everything. Say, and it's gonna change. Like right now, a few months ago we got into like gardening, a garden bed. She still gives time to that, so that's not completely dead. I think she's still giving time to that. But what I mean is, you got to give time to things, and sometimes you'll change your routine or you'll give up on something. That's fine. But like if you want a good relationship with your kids and um, your spouse, you got to give them time. But then also you got to give yourself time, because you can't lose yourself in everyone and everything else. You have your time, but you also have your time to do the things that you want to see accomplished. So There's times where you'll have to sit down and you have to take a rest, and you might have to, like, whether that be eating, sleeping, resting, you have to do that for yourself. And then when you wake up, that limited time that you have, like as it gets closer towards the end of the day, uh, you'll have to, put it into what maybe you're doing. But you know what? I'll say this because I recently just I did this to myself. The part that I ordered for my car wasn't going to get here, and that left me like frustrated because it's like, well, what am I going to do now? I get home, what am I going to do? Like, I'm just anxious and just thinking about this. Well, maybe, you know what? As I took it, maybe it's life trying to tell me, like, because I'm over here looking like, where can I get this tool? Where can I get this tool faster, closer, and I'll go to it and this and that, like go out my way. And so I evaluated all my options, and I couldn't find anything. So at that point, I said, you know what? Maybe it's trying to tell me something. Maybe I need to slow down. So that's what I did. Yesterday I'm so forgetful. I forgot what I did yesterday, but I'll tell you what I did today, because I couldn't work on this still until tomorrow. The part will come. Um, I slept. I slept because I was sleepy. Maybe I'm lacking in some sleep, so I slept. Woke up. I played with the kids, and then I'm giving myself some time, making these videos. So you have to give yourself the time to do things. And like I said, I'm only doing these for 15 minutes, and I might go over sometimes, but that's okay. You'll still have to get up and do what you got to do. But yeah, you have to have a routine. And I know it's something everybody's talked about, but it just always goes back to that saying. It's like, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. And anyways, I don't want to dwell on that too much. But yeah, you have to give your time here and here and there and there. Everything else, everything else that's not creating the life you want, you shouldn't waste your time on it. Now, this is just my personal ideas of this, but if you know what, no, I'm not even gonna say it like that. I'm just gonna say it from my experience. So I used to waste a lot of time, and I didn't know it at the time, but you know what? Things happen for a reason. We learn. But I used to have a friend in my life that he wasn't always like this. We grew up since middle school, but like, he drank a lot, and who doesn't these days? I mean, I don't. I did my drinking when I was younger, and it left a bad taste one year. But anyways, that's all it was for years. Is just the drinking, and any sort of ambition or ideas that I had. It would just, I don't want to say it get belittled, because he wasn't ever a type to like be blatantly open about it. But it would be undermined, or it would just be covered up with just partying and just drinking, and that's all he wanted to do. And maybe I didn't have a clear sense of myself, of who I was, so I just kind of followed along. Um, but as things come to pass, and where I'm at today now, I don't have those friends anymore. And for a point in time, for I don't know, maybe 6 months to 8 months, uh, I didn't have any friends. And I would even say now I still don't. But then uh, I, that's a lie, because I met new friends since then, and they seem real cool. I know my boundaries now and things, and I try to tell them the same thing when the opportunity presents itself. Because nor do I want to be somebody who overpasses somebody's boundary without knowing. I want there to be a clear communication between us, and That way we can all get along, you know. But if you have friends that just wasting your time, like say the drinking and all that, like I, this is going to be one of those things. Like if you're watching, you might be one of them horses, and I can't lead you to the water. But I mean, I can lead you to the water, but I can't make you drink it. But like whatever your life is, if it's not what you want it to be, yeah, you might never ever get to where you want your life to be or be like with the way you're doing things. So you might say like, oh, what's the point? Or it's not going to change anything. That's a harsh truth. That might be true. That might be true. But I beg to differ. It could be true that nothing will change if you keep going the way you're going about things. However, even though you won't get the life that you want or expect, you can still make the very most of your life when you decide to start and change now. Because all that extra time and money you give into drinking or spending time with friends that's not really adding to what you want your life to be like, that's all time and resources, money wasted. It's money wasted. It's your time wasted because you're away and you're drinking and you're not putting it into whatever else it is you want to put it into. And I hope you guys see that. I hope you guys see that if y'all are going through that. There's no other way for me to put it except to just say it like that. So anyhow, I'm on 22 minutes. I've been a little bit over. But I'll get better at these. Like I said, I just feel like this is kind of what I want to do, what I want to talk about. It won't always be like this. Um, I hope to come out with funnier content. Um, you know, fun content. Um, just just different, you know. But right now, I'm doing these right now. This is what feels true to me, what I should be doing, like the only thing I could be doing. Um, but I will get to more of myself later. So for now, uh, it's what's today? Tuesday? I think tomorrow's Wednesday. Yeah. So y'all have a good Wednesday tomorrow. Be safe. You don't always need to go out. You don't always need to go to the club. You don't always need to be looking for that high, chasing that happiness. No, man. Sometimes you just need to put the phone down, put it away, turn it off, something, and just go to your favorite place. Up on the roof, in the backyard, at the park in the middle of the night. Whatever gets you grounded. And just think. Sometimes you'll come out with an answer. Sometimes you won't. And sometimes a break is all you needed. Anyhow, goodbye, y'all. I'll see y'all next time.